Hello and welcome to this TUF research update. My name is Hannah Warren, Urology Registrar and TUF Trustee. I'm delighted to be joined today by David Eldred-Evans, urology researcher and author of the Prostagram study, which was conducted at Imperial College London and published last week in JAMA Oncology. This work was made possible with funding from the Urology Foundation. We are also joined by Ben Chalicum, who is a consultant urologist at Guy's and St Thomas's Hospital and expert in prostate cancer management. He will help us to put this work into perspective. So, without further ado, David, would you tell us more about the Prostagram study and what we've learned from it?
Prostagram was a clinical trial which basically took MRI to the next step. We know that MRI in prostate cancer has truly transformed the way that we evaluate men with a suspicion of prostate cancer, and Prostagram was the first clinical trial to look at whether a fast MRI could be used as a screening test for all men in the community to look for prostate cancer. Essentially, what we found was that PSA and MRI had a similar biopsy rate, but there was an initial signal that MRI may detect more clinically significant cancers than PSA.
Super, thank you, David, for summarising your work. It really is a huge success, not just for British urology and British patients, but hopefully could go on to improve outcomes for men around the world with prostate cancer. Ben, are you able to perhaps tell us more about what Prostagram could mean in the future for men with prostate cancer?
Yes, well, thanks, Hannah, and particularly thanks, David, for this amazing study, and it's great that TUF's been involved in this funding. This is very exciting work, because really it shows that if we went out and screened a group of men, particularly those men with a family history or at higher risk due to their African and Caribbean background, that we may well be able to pick up prostate cancer that is significant, as in potentially lethal, at an early stage. I think it opens up the path for a whole lot of other studies that are going to be able to really go out, and I see in 10 years' time we may be calling men for their annual MRI scan, or every 5 years they have an MRI scan. So it could make a huge difference, and I think it's great work, David. Well done.
So before we got the generous support of the Urology Foundation, Prostagram was a single centre study just using MRI at Imperial, and using the funding from TUF, we were able to expand the study to 2 sites, which was very important, not only in the publication, but also showing that MRI as a screening test worked not only in 1 site, but is generalizable and could be used in another centre. And that was of vital importance, proving that for the research. It saved a whole nother study, costing a large amount of money, and was very important in the final publication in JAMA Oncology.
Thanks again once to the Urology Foundation, without whom this work would not be possible, and to all the generous donors who support the charity. Thank you.